Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome to tonight's account. Tonight's another update from Mike's Werewolf Journal, and I know a couple of you have been waiting for it, so I put it together as fast as I can for you. And this brings us up to date with Mike now. He will be bringing us some more in-depth accounts of the things that have happened over the past 2 years to him, but we wanted to do this series quite short at first to give you a broad spectrum of what Mike's been doing. So this brings us up to date. This is Mike's Werewolf Journal, a hunting werewolf, and the tall man of Barrows. Date is the 18th of the 11th, 17, and Mike's in search area zone 1. The weather, there's drizzle, rain, overcast, grey cloud cover, but with good visibility. The temperature was 6 degrees. Today's object was to search zone 1 and find the adolescent werewolf that's been popping up now and again for the last 2 months, and I photographed on 2 occasions. Alas, one of these photos I deleted by mistake. I had a good look round at first, and as usual there was no birdsong. The woods were silent, and there was a heavy presence of being watched. Something I have started getting used to, but I'm still very nervous when I'm out researching when this happens. Anyway, today was a day of an unexpected event, and something happened similar to the event of the 12th of February 17, the incident with the deer. I was out there for a while, and after some time, I'm not sure how long, I decided to stop for a cup of coffee. So I'm stood in the drizzle with my flask in hand, just enjoying the rain and the day, and I suddenly noticed 3 large deer walking at the edge of the wood that borders an open field. They were maybe 30 metres or so from my location, and as they passed by, something big and black with a white stripe along its body dropped out of the trees and made a line for the deer. And almost in the same moment, I saw 2 deer run back the way they had come from. It didn't run up to the deer, it dropped from right above in the trees in a flash of colour. I could not believe what I had seen. This happened almost, or seems to have happened, in a split second. It was so quick. I was rooted to the spot for a long time. I waited and waited, and then I decided to go and search the area where the deer had been, but I couldn't find any signs of a struggle or blood, etc. This event was totally unexpected, and I knew at that point it was time to go home. I had planned to spend the day out and look in 2 other areas, but after this I thought it was time to call it a day. Search time was 11:30 a.m. to 12:25 hours. Date is the 25th of November 17, and the location is Swindon. Yesterday I went to Swindon to see a former work colleague who had recently moved to a new housing estate situated next to the Great Western Hospital near Junction 15 on the M4 motorway. Now, literally no more than 200 metres west of the hospital, there's a small wooden copse, which my friends wanted to show me after lunch. He had described the area to me when he searched it back in the summer, saying that at that time the whole area had been littered with animal bones, and he had found a burrow that was big enough for him to crawl into. My friend is 6'3" and a solid 16 stone in weight, so it was a considerable sized burrow. He stated at the time he didn't crawl into the burrow because nothing in these islands should be that big that it can make a burrow that size. Well, we reached a small copse, and as we crossed a small stream leading into the copse, I saw a den with scattered branches opposite the entrance, almost as though it was some sort of defensive feature. We wandered around for about 10 minutes trying to find the burrow, but there was so much fallen leaf litter on the ground that it was hard to locate. I asked my friend if any cats or dogs had gone missing from the homes nearby, and he said a few had gone missing, mainly dogs. But he also stated the waste bins always seemed to be tipped over and rifled through, as though something was trying to find food. No, the wooden copse in question is called the Day House Copse, and it's situated along the Dorking stream. Date, the 3rd of the 12th, 17, so just 2 days ago. Search area, Swindon, Day House Copse again. The weather was overcast with sporadic rain showers, but the visibility was good. Temperature 9 to 11 degrees. I finally managed to revisit the wooden copse at Day House and have a good look around today. I found the den, which was still standing, and I took some photos using my mobile phone. Again, I could not find the so-called huge burrow. It wasn't anywhere. I searched from one end of the wooden copse to the other, but no luck. I just couldn't find it anywhere. There was a lot of tree sign and snaps, etc. And also there was a lot of bird song, which was a good sign. I thought today was a good day out, and no feeling of being watched at all today. Search time was from 11:40 a.m. to 13:20 hours. Sorry. Now I had no knowledge of the Dorking Stream area until Mike sent in this report, and over the years I've added accounts to the map I have long forgotten. Sadly, when there are around 500, some do fall through the cracks, and this was one of them. So I went to the map for a look at the area, and I found a note that I'd left to myself way back in 2013. And this is the following account found in a paranormal database filed under demon, and I put a big question mark to it, and that was made me think, I'll go and have a look at my notes. And in my notes I've put, Dorking Stream is the four-barrow area, named for the ancient barrows and hill forts built by our ancient folk. These barrows are visited by many paranormal experts and ghost hunting groups. This is their account of a night at Four Barrows they will never forget. Now, this is Saturday, the 12th of May 2012. A small group of Twilight Shadows paranormal team decided that we would go on a 3-location paranormal road trip. Our first location was some allegedly haunted woods in Wiltshire. The woodland lies on an ancient site, and as soon as you enter them, an ethereal, atmospheric sensation envelops you. It does not feel entirely comfortable, and you definitely feel that you are being watched. I have been to these woodlands many times, and I have had many experiences witnessed by other people also. I have seen many shadow people here, and on one Halloween night, Loretta saw a group of these entities who walked past her in single file, each turning their head to look towards her as they passed, not seeming to recognise her, looking straight ahead and then walking on. Some people, including another team member Vicar, have heard growls right beside them in the woodlands, which is unnerving. I myself have actually seen a semi-transparent, large, dog-like animal which looked very much like a wolf. It just ran through the clearing where I was standing and disappeared. Although I could just about see through it, I could see that it had a dark coat. I have also seen the figure of a very tall man standing by a tree. He was huge and didn't appear to be wearing any clothes. He was so tall, I was terrified. He did not look at me, but to the right of me. I turned around to see what he was looking at, and when I looked back, he was gone. I have also heard the sound of women chattering, although the voices are always indistinguishable. I hope, as Mike continues his investigations into this area and the dogmen and werewolves of the UK, he finds not only answers, but also other accounts and witnesses to the strange happenings in our woodlands today. And I hope he continues to share them here with us. When I first started to share the accounts, I was unaware of just how many people were reporting encounters with canine-type creatures. There were far more witnesses than I'd realised. Like the Wildman witnesses, there is a pattern to the description that seems to follow through all of the accounts. A tall, upright, walking, dog-featured creature that moves at speed, can drop or raise from 2 legs to 4, and quite often is seen around areas of swamp ground or unwanted woodland. And as each new account comes in, I see less and less of the Hollywood type werewolf image we find out there on YouTube, and more of a canid creature described. Um, so obviously it's perked my interest, and I hope it has yours. And as Mike brings in more accounts, and hopefully we find other witnesses to these canid creatures, we might be able to find some answers amongst ourselves. But like the Wildman accounts, it does seem to me like a number of these accounts are being lost within the drama or within the paranormal world. So if you've nothing to do this weekend and you're fed up and you're stuck in for the weather, have a look on some of the paranormal forums for me and see if you can find anything similar to these accounts, and we can then try and get hold of the witnesses and have a chat with them. And we'll take it from there. So until next time, and I hope you enjoyed this upload. Thank you very much, and I will pass on all of your good wishes to Mike, and they will be very much appreciated, I'm sure. So until next time, goodbye.